Welcome back, everyone, to a Fate Reforged Cons of Tarkir 8-4 with Jarred here for Brainstorm Brewery, and we're about to get into Game 1 of probably the last Fate Reforged Cons of Tarkir draft I'm ever going to do on Moto, and interestingly enough, this is the first one that you guys get to watch. Okay, so we're going to keep this hand here. We have a Swiftwater Cliffs and a Lotus Path Gin, and that makes me happy. And we punted the die roll, so we are on the draw, so we have the chance to draw into maybe some of our infinite 3-drops and a couple of our 2-drops. So I think this hand is absolutely fine. If I have any more than 2 lands, and I usually keep it anyways. Sure, buddy. Okay, he gains a life. We are also going to gain a life. Okay, drawing lands is not exactly what we want to do, but that's okay. We definitely can play all our spells now. So, I'm not upset at that. This guy might be playing the Timber deck that we passed. Oh. Alright, Worth. That's fine. We get it. This guy's just going to resolve a 3-drop before we do, I guess, which is fine. Makes sense. He was on the play. Oh, he's playing the blue-green deck that I had mentioned that I don't actually like that much. So, I'm going to be really interested to see what all he plays. Okay, so we have a Crippling Chill, which we are going to hold on to. If some big nasty creature comes into play, I guess we would use it, but I pretty much never do. Ghost Fireblade is fantastic. It's interesting that he doesn't have a morph to put it on. There's a chance he's just in the Secret Plans deck, because I think we might have passed 2, which is, significant. But we get to resolve our Lotus Path Gin before he does anything, so. And I'm really not in any way scared of a cancel. So, let's see what you got, buddy. You get to play a morph and make it a 4/4. So, go ahead, bub. That's all you. Or a Feral Cruciak. Totally fine. You get to play a Feral Cruciak and make it a 7/5, essentially, is what he gets to do in this next turn, which, or excuse me, he gets to make it a 7/6, which is going to be very difficult for us to deal with. So in this case, yeah, we're just going to attack for 2. We might have to just make a tempo play here and take 7 and play this evasive creature here. Let's play an island. The thing is, we could also play Fierce Invocation, but I'd rather play it and trigger both these guys than play it here and just kind of waste those extra points of damage, which we're absolutely going to need. So I'm going to play a Lotus Path Gin here. And we are probably taking 7. Of course, that leaves him with 2 mana, but 3 maybe if he plays a land here. Okay. Oh, just 5? Okay. I'm actually quite a bit happier taking 5 than 7 in this case, and we already gained a life, so we'll be at 16. Unless he has some sort of crazy trick. I don't know why he would waste it there. But it's possible. The thing that, a card that blows us out here, oh, he finally got his black. Okay, so he is just Sultai. Ruthless Instincts actually untaps this guy, gives it Death Touch, and Reach, if that becomes a thing. If I were him, though, I mean, he has a black now, so he can play any number of things. I was assuming a long time ago he'd be playing, oh, well, there you have it. Okay, so he just kind of, so our opponent essentially just curved out into, just played a land every single turn and played all his best stuff, which is not unreasonable. What's cute here, though, is we do get to Crippling Chill this thing. Hold on. So if we use Crippling Chill on history, moves to attacks, he likely has some sort of trick, which would make this a 5/6, and our guys would both have to attack, and he would kill one of our guys, which isn't a situation I want to be in. I'd rather be beating down with our evasive guys and keeping him off this guy than not. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's a tough situation for us when he resolves a 5/4 and a 4/5 with flying with a Ghost Fireblade on the board. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to try to make this game as tempo oriented as possible. We'll yield to these guys. Okay, we'll draw our card, which was a land. And we'll attack for 6. And we'll play this wetland sandbar to block a 5/4. Because we get to attack for 6 again as long as he doesn't play a flyer. I mean, even if he does play a flyer, we might just be attacking for 6. So. Can we take 5? That's the question too. Like if he equips here, then I'm for sure blocking because I'm not going to take 7 at this point. I might take 5 though. Because the best thing you can do is give it 3 and make it 8, but it's a lot better than this Ghostfire Blade. Yeah, so I'm going to save this Wetland Sandbar for a hot second. What kills us? Nothing. Yeah, I'm going to take 5. Alright, if he plays Fire, though, like if he has 2 of these, oh, yikes. Okay. Yeah, that's, yep. Played some good cards. Played, yeah, cards that are better than our lands. That is for sure. Okay, Yikes. This Ghostfire Blade is really going to do some damage. Man, this is just not good. We've only drawn a couple spells the whole game, so this is, I mean, luckily our opponent's only on 2 now, but he super out-tempoed us. And he just has a 5/4 on the board and a 4/5 flyer and a way to give either one of them +2/+2. It's going to be very difficult for us to win this one. We actually need like an Aerostorm. An Aerostorm would be fantastic here because then I'll just attack. I would have just attacked, taken him to 12, and then shot this. And then taken 7 on the crap deck, I guess, gone to 4. But then we'd be able to start playing blockers and kind of try and win a tempo game. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case here. So knowing that I want to save some time, I'll play that. I don't think it's going to block. Yeah. All these lands, and we still don't even get to play them all. So if I attack for 2, he goes to 12. That's not worth it. We are not the beatdown. I was definitely not. I knew we passed a Water Whirl. Not a lot of people play it. I actually prefer it in the Timber deck over the Sultai deck, or the 4-color deck, I guess, that he's playing. Like I said, I really like it in the Timber deck because you swing through with a lot bigger guys, but it doesn't matter, I guess, if you've resolved a Feral Cruciak and a River Wheel Aerialist, correct? I don't know why he's not equipping, which means he still has, spells, which means we've drawn, 4 lands, and he still just has spells, so more power to you, buddy. Okay, I'll block here. Take 4, go to 7. Correct, that happens. Yep. And the thing is, he's kept up on lands too. It's not like he has missed a land drop. His creatures are just of a much higher caliber in the late game than ours. So, oh, okay. So, so with this, he gets to make manifest, put a 1/1 counter on, make it 3/3, and then equip for 1 and make a 5/5 on the ground. Yeah, which is nigh unbeatable. Yeah, and we proceed to draw some more land. So he only has 1 card, but he's attacking us for at least 5. Like if we block here, we could kill a Feral Cruciak and then take 5. And then we have to chump block here, which is significantly worse. I'm going to go ahead and do that, just to see what we get off the manifest. Showing him a Feral Invocation I don't really care about. So, oh, that's fascinating. That's actually super interesting. So this is now a 5/3, which means it can actually kill this. And then that means I have to chump block here, and then we still have to draw another creature on our next turn to chump block or be big enough to kill a 5/4 and a 5/5, which I don't think is a possibility, but it's our only line of play, so let's see what he's got. I'm going to try and kill this, though, although he still has 2 cards for its morph cost. Is, like, one of those is most certainly a spell of some sort, which is going to make this bigger, but my only option is to block this and not take the evasive damage that I otherwise can't deal with. Which pretty much sucks, but that's how the, oops, yeah, that's fine. Nope, because we don't know what this is. So this could be any number of creatures that would also have a +1/+1 counter on it and another +2/+2. So I have to take the 5 from the Feral Crew shot because he's the least likely to do so with it. He might just have an Awaken the Bear and kill us, which is, you know, cute. Oh, just like force away my guy too? Yeah. Sweet deck, man. Okay, let's go to game 2. I'll begin sideboarding. So we didn't get any sort of naturalize effects, and there's no shatter effects in this form. Oh, there is actually. There is actual shatter. I totally lied to you. I just said there was no shatter, and then the first card I looked at was shatter. Defiant Ogre also has a shatter on it, but it's a piece of crap. So I'm actually gonna move in shatter over refocus here, because I think it's the one card that makes it worth playing this in this format is Ghostfire Blade, and if he gets it, you know, not to say that he didn't just have a 4/5 flyer and a 5/4 on the ground that we just could not deal with regardless. We also drew like a million lands and no whiskways, no any other way to deal with that kind of stuff. But regardless, a shatter would have at least helped and gone a little way and triggered our Lotus Pathogens, etc., etc. So we're gonna go with that. I really want to bring you guys 3 good matches here, but we might get knocked out by this deck that plays, you know, huge guys. It's not an impossibility, so we will see. Thanks for watching, though. Really appreciate it. Love making this. Love making videos. I'm glad the Brainstorm Brewery guys were kind enough to ask for us to make a couple of these. So here's to game 2. Ugh. All right. Already not great. Let's mulligan. We can't play this deck on 1 land. Okay. The quality of the cards in this hand is worse, but at least we have lands to play them. So let's do it. As long as we don't proceed to draw 3 more lands like we did in the first game, we should be okay. Or at least we'll get a bunch of damage on the board before our opponent does, and that's preferable. Okay. And our opponent kept 7. That's not as good for us, but we will continue. We're going to play a Sleepy Master first, and fortunately we can't turn him on, because, again, the Jeskai thing would have just been out of our means, but okay. We'll proceed to draw some lands. And sometimes that happens, right? Magic is a game of averages, and I have a higher % chance to draw a land than I do spells we can actually play. That's not uncommon. That's not unreasonable. So that's okay. Our opponent, though, showed us the last game he does not have a propensity for low drops. So let's attack here. And we'll play this Wetland Sambar. Good old Elmer. Good old 2/1, hanging out in the swamp. As a test of calm and compassion, the Jeskai monk softly approaches a grazing sambar and offers it a lotus from his or her hand. If the creature eats, the student ascends to the next level of training. That's cute. Elmer's the cutest, right? He has 2. Does he have 2 tails? Yeah, he has 2 tails. I've never noticed that. That's cute. Let's attack. Attacking here is... Ooh, that's pretty good too. Attacking here is really good for us, so we are going to do that. Would you like to take 4? Yeah. The thing is, once this guy gets to a turn where he can just resolve 5/4s, it gets really good for him, but luckily us being on the play was also beneficial for us. If he plays a forest here, things get a little interesting. A little more interesting for him, I should say. At least we're getting free 2s now. Which, you know, this tempo game is our only game. Okay. Yep, and he got the forest. Way better. Okay, now when we need, now when we actually need another land. So what flips up for 4 mana? Anything that does is going to trade with this, though, except for a Monastery Flock, in which case we're still dealing a bunch of damage. So I'm just going to attack. Because if he wants to trade, that's totally fine. The other thing, like, he could, on the ground, flip up, like, the Death Toucher guy, but that's, again, not really significant for him. That's not good for him. What kills this? Nothing? Oh, just a Dragon Scale Boon on your thing? Okay. Yeah, that's... I mean, you get to do that. I don't know why you picked essentially my worst guy, because you don't know if I have white mana or not. But Supplant Form's going to be good against whatever that is. So if I ever get a 6th mana, excuse me. Gaining life is also good for him. Oh, this is definitely an Abzan guide then. Yeah, because we passed like 3 of them. And why else would he splash this, right? That's, oh my goodness, an Abzan guide, super good for him. It's also super good for us. So there's that. Oh, would you like to scout the borders? Yeah. Hold on, so how many cards do you get, excuse me, into your graveyard? 4. He'll put 4 in your graveyard, and then you'll have 1. So if your deck is just insanity, and you also have a Murderous Cut, then more power to you, because you can get to cast on whatever you want here. So, congrats, bud. Because any of these 4 cards could be Bitter Revelation, Beastmaster. Okay, so I mean, just the Sultai deck splashing an Abzan guide. Like, that's for sure what this is. So he took not the Feral Crew Shock. He took an island. No, he took a forest? Okay. Sure. Would you like to attack us for 4? I guess the answer is no. Attack you for 4. I'll cast this face down. Thing is, now he gets to play an Abzan guide, and that's... Like, getting a land here would have been much better than a Monastery Flock. Because now he gains 6 life. 7 life. Which is pretty annoying. I'm not going to take a 14-point life swing, so I will block the Lily Beastmaster because I can't activate him. If he decides to, I mean, the thing is, he would have to attack and then leave himself open. So even if he did 7, I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 back. I mean, he would go to 8. Let's see what this is. Whoa! Yeah. Dude, must be nice, right? Like, you side in your 1 sideboard card, and you hit it. Oh my god. Yeah, you get to do that. Yeah, that's super unfortunate. We just got... great. We just got... super blown out. That's really annoying. Okay. I mean, if you have it, you have it. More power to you. I've never seen anyone ever sideboard that in just because, like, the Flyers deck isn't really a thing. Like, the blue-red deck is actually a tempo deck with guys on the ground, and it's even then it's really the only deck that plays all these flying creatures. Wow. Yeah, you get to do that. Okay. And we really needed a land. and not a shatter. Like I think putting in the shatter. Don't get me wrong, the shatter is absolutely right, but it's not what we needed here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you get to now attack with your Absent Guide and have a 7-point life swing, but I'm at the point where I actually cannot block. I thought we were in a commanding position, and that proved not to be the case. So, sure, I will take your River Wheel Aerialists, given the chance. There we go. Let's see. The thing is, he just plays it again. Like this platform isn't even that good against a River Wheel Aerialist. Okay, so the thing that we can do is steal it here and deal 4. And then we'll just take whatever this is. But then, of course, he'll just play this again. He'll attack us for 4. We'll go to 12. He'll be at... what that does is it puts him at 5. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to declare these 2 attackers. The thing is, we just need him to not have a murderous cut here. If he has a murderous cut, this math doesn't work out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to supplant form this River Wheel Aerialist. So we get through with 4 and put him on 5. And our one chance is now... this could also be a stubborn now. Our one chance is for us to now draw the Aerostorm that we have in our deck and kill him. Because what he's going to do is he's going to attack for 4, take us down to 12, and then just play this again and block forever. Which is super unfortunate because he still has 4 other cards, and the River Wheel Aerialist that we know about. One of them being a land. So 3 cards we don't know about. One of them is a River Wheel Aerialist. He's going to get a free attack here. Which again puts, as far as I can remember, puts our only out at as Aerostorm. I guess we could always check. Freeform. Today's the 20th. Master of the Way doesn't do it quite like we would want, but it gets close. So, okay, yeah, we knew you were gonna do that. You're just not going to attack? Sweet. Like he could have taken us to 12 for sure. I don't know. I don't quite know what he was doing, but yeah, even if we draw a Master of the Way, we only deal 2 to him. It makes this better, I guess. Ooh, wow, yeah, that'll do it. Okay, so he has 2. Fascinating. So he has 2 cards of what? There's no counter spells except for. Okay, this is our only play regardless. Do I need 2 red or 2 blue? I need 2 blue. This is our only play regardless. Let's see what this is. Yeah, okay, sweet. Oh, that was a Sagu Archer. Fascinating. I wonder why he didn't just play that. That's super interesting. Okay, so let's not die to a resolved windstorm. That would be super helpful. So what can we bring in? I don't want to sideboard into the Jeskai deck. It's not even that good compared to what we have. Blazebringer doesn't do it. Lowering the curve doesn't really do it. Set Adrift for sure doesn't do it. The supplant form was fantastic there. That card's quite good. Hmm. The question is the Shatter just better? Because Ghost Fireblade can just steal a game. And if he would have played it there, we would have had the Shatter and things would have been fine. And again, it triggers our prowess guys, which I think is absolutely fine. We're going to see if it's the right choice or not. That's the only card I'm debating. But you know what? Let's ship it back. We're now in game 3. I want to make sure you guys get a nice viewing experience. So let's make this one a good one. I forgot Crippling Chill would have done it there. That's one I didn't see coming because I forgot the 4/5 flyers. They do have prowess, so it was just enough. He still had 2 mana up, so he could have any number of things. He could have had a murderous cut. He had a lot of outs, but I guess he just did not have them, which was good for us. All right, we're just waiting on our opponent here. Just waiting on our buddy Tim Hoff.